Greetings, folks. Welcome back to the Tractor Fella Show, where we know nothing about tractors. On today's episode, we're going to take this power washing machine, and we're going to go ahead and have a look at it. Some dear friends of ours have owned this for a while. They're having some trouble running it without the choke on. So the first thing we're going to do, which you should always do, is verify the customer concern. So let's plug it into some water, give it a rip, and see what happens. Titan, buddy, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to borrow your hose, okay? Oh, there it is. Just the best day ever. Step one, water. Okay, something I just noticed. I believe this is the feed for the soap dispenser. So we're going to have to take a look at that after we get the engine diagnosed, because it appears to have broken away from its housing. High pressure hose. Something to note, there's a gloss of what appears to be, I don't know, it could be oil that's coating this entire frame here. So when we pull that dipstick, we're going to see if it's violently overfilled. Air purge. Air is purged. Let's check the oil. Yes, it is there, plus here. Look at that coke nail. Oh, all of them. I could do a whole line with these fingernails. We know the oil is overfilled. It's most likely diluted with gasoline. Sniff test. Yep, smells a little bit like gas. Regardless, we have oil. It's going to be okay. I promise. Let's fire it up for a little bit and see if it really does just run on choke. Do we have gasoline? Yes. Sniff test. It smells like gas. It smells like good gas. Power on. Choke on. And go. Nay. Let's check the air filter just in case. Looks good. Let's go with the throat spray, see if we can get it to fire. Throat spray of the day, gum out. Lubricates upper cylinders. Choke off. Okay, hydrolock. And go. Choke off. I tried. Oh, okay. We're under a pressurized state right now for whatever reason. Release the pressure. Yep, let's try again with choke. Nay. Oh, jeez. So typically, you should not have to release the pressure when you're trying to start the engine. It should automatically bypass. This one is not doing that. So maybe a struggle trying to get it going. Okay. Yep, she is grumpy. Full choke only. I think we have our work cut out for us. You know it's fix-it time when I get the red stool out. Let's make this engine our bitch. Alright, what's going on back here? PCV line, fuel line. Although the fuel is turned off, we're going to go ahead and use the hose deformers. Because knowing me, this is faulty, and I'll just pour all the gas out of the tank right onto the ground. Most important tool in the garage. What is this? Have a look with me. Yeah, it's quite literally like a twisty tie for your gas line. Interesting. Oh no, they're bent. I bent my most important tool in the garage. Now I'm upset. Well, I just had a chat with Willie Nelson, and he told me that these are much more robust while holding paper than actually holding metallic material. Gasket. Okay. Judging from the marks here, that's probably where the shoulder on these bolts were hitting. Yeah, that'd be my guess. This gasket most likely goes right like that. Okay, noted. Here it comes. Here we go. You ready? I'm ready. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to comment on that, because if I do, these will fail and this whole tank will drain. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these linkages off. Oh wow, that went fairly well. There we go. Okay, we know these go together. Before we start dissection, I would like to make sure we have adequate fuel flow. So I'm going to remove the hose deformers. We're going to go ahead and turn on the fuel and see if we get fuel flow. Yes, however, that gasoline, although it smelled, did it smell good? I swear it smelled good. Give me a sec. Yeah, I mean, it smells okay, but look at the color. I don't know. I think we're borderline deck stain. Let's go ahead and just drain it. Fuel cap off. We do have good fuel flow for a machine of this size, in my extraordinarily humble opinion. So you've seen this machine on my channel when power washing. I swear these have like a 0.2 gallon tank. Super small. So yeah, you can see we're pretty much just drained out right there. When you've got something working this hard, you would think they'd put a little bit bigger of a gas tank on it, but... Alright. Clean work surface. You guys remember these? Back in the day when we did a bunch of two-strokes? Oh yeah, still just... Actually... Yeah, no, still crispy. Anyway, moving on to what we're supposed to be working on. Here's our lovely specimen. Let's see if we can drain the gas out before I spill it everywhere. And by gas, I mean some form of the nature of liquid. It's pretty impressive how much those little carburetor bowls can hold. Let's see what we have behind door number 1, shall we? Oh, what do you know? Same size as the bolts that held it to its house. And go. Yeah, pretty clean. Let's give it a wipey, just because we can, without disturbing the gasket. Lovely, just lovely. Let's go ahead and pop out our float. Do we have a spring? We do not have a spring. We're just going to give it a little bit of a wipe. Not even really that dirty. These gloves are not fitting. And now my hands are sweaty. Does anyone else have a screwdriver drawer that's just completely full of flat screwdrivers and no Phillips? Maybe it's just me. Will it click? Oh, yeah. That just made this whole thing worth it. And what's in there? Oh, there we go. Our jet, which was in there first. And we have our emulsion tube, which was in there second. It'd be sweet if I knew which side went down and which side went up. Do we have a clear sight through here? Absolutely not. That's plugged. How about our jet? Can't really see through that one. By the way, don't freak out. I'll replay that footage and we'll see which goes in first. So, if I had to guess, that's our primary issue. Hey, what do you know? What do I have here? We got the Hobarts. Let's go ahead and unclog this sticky situation. Will it fit? Yes. Good shape there. This one's interesting. It actually has holes every 90 degrees. What the heck were we just working on? That only had holes every 180 degrees. I have the memory of a gnat. There's our seat for our needle. Got the carb spray, 8912. There we go. Should come out right here. Are we ready? Oh yeah. Maybe I should try to collect some of these chemicals. And go. Yeah, look at that. This should just... Oh, this little guy should just fire out the bottom. All right, and out the sides. That's how you know you're getting perfect atomization of chemicals. Yep, oh, yep, there we go. Something we really don't have to worry about with this carburetor is a freaking idle circuit. Do you know why? Because it's either on or it's off. However, I don't know what that is. Let's spray it. Yep, don't even care. It's not even going anywhere. How about this one? Let's spray that guy. Oh, comes out here. Oh, right in the face. And that one comes out down there somewhere. This one, who knows where that comes out. And it comes out there, wherever there is. Look, another random screw. Really? Last time we did this, it was a restrictor plate. Again, the southern accent. Why? Last time we did this, it was a restrict. That's just a really bad imitation of something I don't even know. That's my own personal brand of whatever. Anyway, at least we have access to whatever this is. Let's spray it. Where's it coming out? Nobody knows. You think I forgot anything? Look at this. Just out of observation. It's like someone started to drill through there and then they were like, no! No! We don't drill through that on power washers. They don't have an idle circuit. I don't know why I'm so stuck on an idle circuit. Probably because of the Cub Cadet and how much torture we went through on that one. What can I say though? Persistence paid off, didn't it? What do we have here? What kind of carburetor is this? What's that? Kechen. All right, cool. It's a Kechen carburetor. Okay, I think we're done. Why don't we put this back together? By the way, I do not hear any fluid in there. Is this guy just literally, not figuratively, but literally, is it just sitting there? My wife thinks I'm talking to her. Okay. I'm going to put back in his home. All right. Well, I went and washed my hands for a sec. Let's go ahead and actually put these on now. Test number 1. Nothing. Upside down. Test number 2. I'm going to start a new band. It's going to be called the Carburetor Squeakers. Ugh, gross. Now, I'm going to review the footage and see which way this little guy came out. Be right back. Oh, there we go. Footage has been reviewed, and what I found is that the long shank goes in first. Now, as far as the holes, I'm going to put the majority of the holes on the east and west side of this area. That way we get the most homogeneous mixture. Oh yeah, look at that. This little guy is going in next. Float, needle, post, bowl. Oh, hold down for the bowl with rubber gasket. And actually get a wrench so that I can feel the torque. We are reassembled. Let's go put it back on. We have a gasket surface here. That gasket surface is going to mate to this side. So let's go ahead and put things back where they're supposed to go. Goes right here. Nope, that's backward. Okay. Well, that's called a learning curve, right? There we go. Let's try that again. No choke. Choke. That's it. We got it. We're going to turn this off over here. We're going to get a smidge of fresh gas and we're going to flush out that line. Gasoline. Why is it coming out? Oh, because I'm an idiot. That's why. Don't worry, I won't play the clip. You've all seen it before. All right, let's flush out this line a little bit. Give the gas tank a little shake. And one more rinse. There we go. Oh, that's nice and clear. Okay, no more waste. Let's do a pinch and a tickle and then a twist. I think these are supposed to interlock. Yep, there we go. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put this on first. You're not going to be able to see this because I can barely see this, but I'm putting that line back on there. Okay, it's back on. Phase 1, turn on the fuel. Phase 2, pull the choke. Choke is working. Phase 3, on switch is on. Yup, we have fresh gas in the tank, 89 Recreation. Everyone has a name for their gas these days. If you guys can think of a sweet name for 89 Recreation, well, let me know. 89 Rec, what the heck? 89 Rec, doesn't leave any specs. 89 Rec, sweet as heck. All right, I'm done. That was promising. Oh, yeah! Oh, best day ever! Oh man, this is great. I mean, we took the carb off, we did some cleaning, and it's ready to go. Now, time for an oil change. This is going to be one of those great situations where the oil pours all over the place. So I'm going to man up, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to pour it into a larger container. There we go. Not so bad. These little machines take such a small amount of oil. All right, we got it. As expected. You guys invest in oil dry yet? I'm telling you, with the amount I'm going to have to buy, it's a great investment. Oil is drained all over the floor. A few ounces. Most dipsticks, like we learned from one of the mowers we had, you just dip it in there. You don't actually thread it in, and that gives you your oil level. And we are still not touching the stick yet. So I'm going to take the 40-degree attachment because it's less violent. Funny story, really quick, if you can handle it. So when I was younger, my dad had a power washer, right? And I was power washing who knows what. Anyway, I got done power washing. So what do? I'm like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and spray off the power washer. Well, I sprayed the power washer, and all of a sudden it died. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what happened? So as I start to learn more and more about how engines work, I realized that what I probably did, you've got a hot power washer, and then you spray the cylinder with cold water, and I bet it shrunk the bore. I bet that I seized the piston in the bore, because when I went to restart it, she was a little stiff. Well, let's just say that power washer is no longer a part of my dad's inventory. All right, folks, it's getting late. Let's do it. And we're off. Okay. This wand has an adjustment. Maximum flow, minimum flow. Well, the governor apparently is not too happy. Well, here we are again, going through the teardown at hyperspeed. I determined something's wrong with the carb, so we have to go ahead and rip it back apart. And rather than going through all that again and boring everyone violently, we're going to go until we get to a point where I think we figured out the issue. So here I am, picking up the tube, I spray it in slow-mo. You get this initial blast, and you can almost see like initial chunks kind of come out of it. Maybe that's just my imagination, but I sprayed it a few more times, and it didn't repeat that behavior. So there may have been something just stuck in there, and we got rid of it. So we're going through the rest of the cleaning process at the speed of light again. We'll do the reassembly at the speed of light again, and then we'll put it back on the machine. So I have a new hose clamp. It's definitely not round. There we go. That is better. We are clamped on there. All right, we are torqued. Time for a quick test. That was promising. I don't want to starve the pump of water, so let's hook it up. All right, folks, we're low on battery, no flash. Cross your fingers.
Oh, yeah. This best day ever just got even better.
Fuel off. She is ready for work. Welcome back, folks. It's a new day. I apologize if I sound a little drunk. It's actually because my face is numb. Blah. Yep, had to get a couple fillings today. How much fun is that? Anyway, this is the feed into the pump housing for the soap. Clearly it's corroded and it broke off right in the pump housing. So I talked to my friends. They're fine with not actually using the soap feature because it doesn't affect how the pump works, which is good. So we're pretty much going to call it here. But first, just going to show you a couple simple things I do before I put my washer away. First, put your wand on max flow, turn it upside down, squeeze the trigger. Drain your wand. Why? Because you don't need that water sitting in there. Item 2, disconnect your high pressure line, stretch it all the way out, blow through it, and then coil it in a way that all the water will get out. Because again, you don't need all that water sitting in the lines. Although my lips are numb, I can't really blow on this if I wanted to. So we'll just coil it in a way that the water will continue to run down and drain the system. There we go. You can see excess water's coming out. This is possibly the worst design ever. You wiggle it a few times and the thing will just fall off. Take your coiled line, put it in a special spot. Lastly, I talked about this stuff in the past. Helps with seals, things like that. It's also a great winterizing agent. With the fuel off and ignition off, give it a couple cranks. Get the extra water out of there. Take your pump saver, screw it into the hose feed, give it a squeeze. Start seeing green come out the end, you're good to go. And then, just cycle the pump a few times. Obviously, if you use your pressure washer on a daily basis, you really don't need to use the pump saver because it's just a waste. However, if it's going to be sitting for a little while, well, it's a good idea to put it in there. In my humble opinion. Does the end of your power washer leak? Let's see if we can fix it. So I verified the leak is coming from here. And if you peek down in there, there is an O-ring. And it appears to be a bit on the shredded side. And yes, I'm wearing a rain suit right now. Oh, she's coming out. Well, look at that. Yeah, you can see that one's in pretty well-used shape. So let's go ahead and do a swap-a-roo. My friends sent me all of the O-rings. That might be the ticket right there. This kit even comes with picks. How convenient is that? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's see how challenging it is putting this back in there. Well, that wasn't so bad. But I'm wondering if we need a slightly larger diameter. I don't know. Let's see how it fits. Not over all of the O-rings. That is looking like it's going to leak. 100%. Let's see. Can I plug it and blow? Definitely have a leaker. Just out of curiosity. Just blew the O-ring out of this side. This is why you don't touch things. You just leave it alone. Oh, geez, that one was totally roached. I don't even know how that was holding any water. Same installation procedure. Hope for the best. And I think we're in. Let's get this little guy back on here. Yeah, it's definitely going to be worse. Now, if those don't work, we have another possibility. Those do look fatter, don't they? Yeah, actually, you know what? These are actually pressure washer O-rings that I'd ordered at one point. Okay, well, at least we know we can put the right ones in there now and save these for later. How many of you out there order stuff and then forget about it? I do that a lot. Not even so much with ordering things, just in general. It's like, oh yeah, this is great, I can use this later. And then a couple of years go by. Oh man, where did I put that? Do I own something like that? No way. Where is it? And then you order something new. And then what happens? You find the ones that you already had in stock. Yep, there we go. Number 1 and number 2. A little bit chubbier than the other ones. Beautiful. How's it fit? Oh yeah, there's the fit. That's what we like to see. And there she be. We are in. Put this guy in. Plug it off. Oh, might as well be brand new. This is fantastic. And now, I will remember for about another 6 months that I have power washer specific O-rings. And the verdict is, leaks are gone. Ready for another 8 years. All right, folks, we done. Thing runs like it's brand new. Might as well have been born yesterday. And, as always, if in the future you find yourself super bored and super desperate to watch something on YouTube, well, swing on by. We'll have some more adventures. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.